Here we are with Aubrey, head of esports for The Score. Favorite place for esports news and content, man. I love what you guys are doing. How long you been with the company and the team there?
I've been with The Score for 4+ years, and we've been in the esports space since, I guess, 3 of those years.
That's awesome. So, look, I think you're the perfect person to give us the background of The Score and how it came to be and how we are today. Give us the road, man, the pains and the highs and lows.
God, I don't know if there's sufficient time for a quick interview on that, but The Score itself started as a television network in Canada back in the day, in the mid to late 90s. Started developing digital assets out of that, predominantly our industry-leading The Score sports app, and then about 4 or 5 years ago, rolled that out. Sold the TV assets, rolled that out as a separate entity. So we have our sports business, traditional sports business with The Score, the second largest sports app in North America. And then from that, expanded into esports with a mobile app, desktop presence, and a very heavy on and off platform video content strategy that we talked about here today.
You know, I think I appreciate hearing a little bit about your sports audience and how that segued into the esports kind of transition for you guys. You know, what's that percentage look like of how relevant was the audience?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, we treated them as entirely separate. We know there is some crossover, and increasingly you're seeing that happen with streamers and sports athletes getting into each other's worlds. But when we got into it, we knew, even though the demos might be the same, 18 to 35, heavily male, those audiences in esports are nuanced and intricate in entirely different ways. So from a crossover perspective, our strategy has been to treat them entirely separately. If there's crossover potential to drive between one to the other, then fantastic, but it wasn't an attempt to draft off of our sports audience to build our esports property. It was to go in and build a net new esports audience for us, and so far it's proven out to be somewhat successful.
I can appreciate that. I think a lot of us are looking to see more and more celebrity talent, traditional athletes getting involved in gaming and esports. You guys are pretty well positioned to facilitate kind of that jump. Do you see a lot of sports kind of celebrity and talent getting involved on your end?
Yeah, I mean, look, there's a couple of guys who have been big proponents of esports for a while, guys like Gordon Hayward, obviously Rick Fox, but in the past, literally year to year and a half, almost every major esports franchise has taken investment or been purchased by a traditional sports entity. So now you're starting to see it happen with streamers. I think you will start to see it happen in a much bigger way, especially around games these guys are already playing, right? That's why I think Fortnite and PUBG have been fascinating, because a lot of these athletes play those games consistently, right? Some of them are big league fans or Dota fans or CS fans. But like, would I have guessed that Drake and Ninja would stream together and blow up Twitch? No. Right? So, like, who knows who the next guy in is going to be?
Stay tuned for Aubrey and Drake on Twitch Live. Thanks for having me.
2 Aubreys, 1 stream. It's very powerful. Thanks, man. Thanks, guys.